All right, and I'll admit everyone, so you can start whenever you are ready. Because it's on the. No, actually, hold on. I'll give you a countdown. All right, Pastor Kino, you can start in 3, 2, and you.
Good morning, brothers and sisters. How are you today? Today I will take over the MC. My name is Atsushi Takino. Let's start to greet to the true parents. 천진 참포님 앞에 경배 바로 let's decide family pledge number 2 Korean. 저희국 주인 우리 가정은 참 사랑으로 주심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 전주의 대표적 가족이 되며 중심적 가족이 되어 가족에서는 효자, 국가에서는 성인, 전주에서는 국가에서는 정성인, 국가에서는 성인, 세계에서는 성인, 전주에서는 가족의 전주에서는 손자의 가족의 놀이를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. Number two, English. Our family, the honor of Cheon pledges to represent and become central to heaven and earth by attending the heavenly parent and true parents. We pledge to perfect a dutiful family way of filial sons and daughters in our family, patriots in our nation, saints in the world, and divine sons and daughters in heaven and on earth by centering on true love. Thank you, brothers and sisters. And now we're going to have a prayer or exercise.
Prayer.
Prayer. Okay. Let's have a representative prayer, opening prayer. Dr. Bibi, can you do opening prayer, please?
Morning. Our beloved Heavenly Parent, this morning, we are grateful to you for giving the day together. You, our brothers and sisters, thank you for our true mother, for her devotion, fulfilling your will, Heavenly Parent. On this earth.
Dr. Baby, can you raise your head a little bit so we can towards the mic? Thank you.
Longing desire to realize your will. We thank you for this new day, this time that we gather here together as brothers and sisters. Pray for your presence with us, God, and devotion to you, of ourselves and others.
Thank you. Okay, let's have now exercise time. So everybody is ready for exercise. First, let's have a deep breathing and breathe out. So everybody breathe in, breathe out. One more time, breathe in, breathe out. Okay, then stretching the up and turn to the right. Oh, today no music, Yasaka. And the next is okay, that side. Okay. Thank you. And let's have a stretch to the right left arm. 3. Okay, next stretch to the right arm. Okay. Okay, let's have a face massage. Everybody, so let's do the face massage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more time. Face massage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Thank you. Okay, so 10 seconds, you can stretch anybody's the part you like to stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, last one more time. Let's have a deep breathe in and deep breathe out 3 times. Breathe in, deep breathe in. One more time. Deep, deep. Out. Last. In, breathing, deeply. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, let's have a break time for sharing today's appreciation point. Okay. Oh, I always forgot to unmute. So I hope everybody is sharing good appreciation point each other that give the energy to others. To if you sharing appreciation point. So I like to my group. I like to invite. We have nice, very funny, smiling and laughing appreciation talking. So I like to invite Reverend Pobans. Reverend Pobans, can you share your appreciation?
Yeah, my appreciation was funny. I almost typed my appreciation before I ended up in the room with Tokino-san. I just really I'm appreciating Tokino simply because I see him struggle through reading the pledge and everything like that. But I appreciate so much because we are all inadequate somehow to do the things that we've been asked to do. All our life we've been inadequate, but yet the willingness to keep on trying and make the effort. He really demonstrated that this morning to to be willing to keep trying. I hope that we can all keep on trying. Thank you. Thank you, Takino.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I have to read. This is Cheon. This is Ilk. I need to more practice. I used to do that, but today is a unusual situation. Anyway, next I like to invite Hiroko Ngarame. Hiroko-san, can you share your appreciation point, please?
Morning, everybody. Yes, I was privileged to attend a meeting yesterday, and it's about testimony of the attending 70s workshop, Japanese workshop at Chonshin, Las Vegas. I attended the first one actually, but anyway, I feel so jealous because they have a much better workshop. They have the atmosphere is very amazingly kind of bright, and I can really feel the heaven, like a relationship with brothers and sisters. And yeah, I think every time, the more they do, the more like better. So I really recommend everybody to attend this Chonshin one. The Las Vegas 7 days workshops. Anyway, yeah, that's my appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiroko-san. She is joining to this morning Sundoke, Colorado, from Colorado, Denver. 3 hours different. Thank you. Okay, now we like to read the True Mother's memoir. Yasutaka, can you show the True Mother's memoir? And so today, starting today, so Pastor Naokimi sharing True Mother's memoir reflection. Usually, Pastor Naokimi, you read or somebody read 3 paragraphs of the 3 True Mother's memoir.
Right. Okay. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be back. Yeah, I got back from Las Vegas yesterday morning, and then a couple days ago, actually. But anyway, let us read. So chapter 1, my cherished lifelong wish. A woman shouts Manse for independence. It was the first day of March 1919, the beginning of spring by the lunar calendar's marking of seasons. The temperature remained below freezing, and the people of Anju, a village in Pyongan province of what is now North Korea, were experiencing biting frost. A woman braved the cold to cook her family's morning meal. She lit the wood fire and set rice on the stove, and then her attention shifted from the morning routine. She lifted her arms, and from the back of a cupboard, carefully took out an item wrapped in a plain cotton cloth. By the light of the fire, an ray of sunshine shining through a crack under the door, the woman untied the cloth to reveal another, larger and more substantial cloth, one with a red and blue yin-yang symbol on a white background. As she laid it out on the table, the design on the larger cloth came into full view. It was a Korean flag. This emblem of her people was always in this woman's mind, even in her dreams. Feelings of sadness and deep emotion rushed into her heart. Hearing the soft cries of her daughter who was awakening, she rolled up the flag, wrapped it again, and returned it to the back of the cupboard. With their 5-year-old daughter on her lap, this village woman shared breakfast with her husband, who had returned from his early morning work in the fields. She then busied herself cleaning the kitchen, living room, porch, and yard. A little after noon, trying to appear nonchalant, she left the house with an expectant heart, her daughter on her back and the flag in her bosom. All right. Thank you, Mother, for the message this morning. Yeah, very descriptive, kind of reminds me of actually some of the way in which Damien shares his lectures. Always sets a stage, the context, the details, to help us experience what it was like to be there. And the main thing that kind of stood out for me from this morning's reading was just how life was back in the day in early Korea. Really, you know, I can imagine just waking up in the morning, being super cold, but preparing the food and so on and so forth. But the central theme, of course, that came out in today's reading was this flag. And I think later in the passage, we'll get into more details about that. But basically, that flag represented the kind of the longing for their freedom and independence of their homeland of Korea. And interestingly, while I was listening to that, what came to mind was, I don't know, I vaguely remember a flag, even our church flag with those colors, red and blue, and then there were stripes. There were 12 stripes. Before the unification, the red, 12 gate symbol, there was another flag that I remember seeing when I was a child, displayed. I don't know if you guys, the elders, remember this, but it kind of reminded me of that flag. What am I? 12 gates. Yeah, there was another flag. I vaguely remember this, but I don't know if any elders can confirm this, but I remember seeing another flag that was for our church with a symbol. But anyway, I feel like both father and mother, in close to their hearts, has this kind of longing for. Originally it was liberation from Japan, but now is the kind of the reunification of North and South Korea, and that longing for their homeland has always been there from earlier generations. So, but that kind of longing for independence also. That was the foundation upon which both father and mother, they grew up in that kind of environment. And so I think they carry this kind of longing heart connected to also God's heart of wanting true liberation from disunity and kind of brokenness, and reconnection to humanity. So yeah, I think definitely your childhood and how you were raised, the environment definitely affects you in terms of your sense and your priorities. So that was also the foundation for our two parents to have this kind of foundation to connect with God and the people of Korea towards liberating their country. So that's what showed up for me this morning. Yeah, why don't we wrap it up at that point? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pastor Naokimi, and welcome back.
Thank you, Takino-san.
Okay, so let's have a breakout time and sharing the content of the Pastor Naokimi reflection and the True Mother's memoir. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, everyone. So my room, I have Dr. Stephen Boyd and Jake is sharing their reflection in my room. I like to invite first Dr. Boyd. Can you sharing your point, please?
Yes, good morning. Thank you, Reverend Takino, but I'm not a doctor. Sorry, not yet. I want to be, but maybe not yet. So thank you. I was really moved by the reading this morning, thinking like Pastor Naokimi was explaining about the conditions that mother was in. When we look at true parents, mostly we look at a picture of where they're, you know, mature, they're older, they've been in campaigns, they're successful, there's a certain level of accomplishment that we see that just emanates from them. But it's so good to have mother's memoir to get a very small insight into where true mother grew up and under what conditions she grew up. You know, just in her youth, and then later we learned about when she was a refugee and she walked without really food for the next day, uh, hundreds of miles into the south, in the middle of a war-torn country, and explosions are, we've never seen that. But it's so good to understand that this is where mother comes from. The environment that mother grew up in, the care that she received from her mother and her grandmother. But this mother has come from nothing materially, all and progressed in her life. It made me think of my dad this morning. My dad grew up in Oklahoma during the Depression, and it wasn't until very late in my life and my dad's life that I began to understand some of the material, deprivations that he lived. In his house there was a dirt floor. There was no running water. There was no electricity. There's no light switch on the wall. And my dad came from that. And I didn't realize that for the longest time. It wasn't until my dad was very much older that somehow I understood that this is where my dad came from. And so when I learned that, I had so much more respect for him, and understood more what was behind the words that he would share with me. So in the same way, I think it's so important for us to understand where mother came from, the culture in Korea, the circumstances, physically, materially, and of course the spiritual environment. And of course, I think this is a object of our prayer, to pray about this, understand this more, so we can really value true mother more than we have until now. So that's my reflection.
Thank you, Mr. Boyd. Okay, next I'd like to invite Jake. Jake just came back from Las Vegas. Okay.
Good morning, Pastor Naokimi. Good morning, everyone. It's good to be back. It's been a month. Actually, I came from Korea for pilgrimage and rebirth workshop. I feel like I received a lot of love, actually. So I just want to share, actually, what I felt about, like, the reading. Like, I never thought about it, like how much God trying to prepare the environment for mother to really grow. And I actually, like, I realized how much God is trying to set up the environment for mother to grow in the realm of mother's love, a mother's love, a complete mother's love. And yeah, when I thought about it, like, I think, like, when we even in my family, like, I would rather receive like mother's love than my father's, my father's love. But of course, I'm not saying, like, like I don't love my mother, but I don't love my father. It just like it is just very different, like to be able to receive mother's love, and it's very like it's just unexplainable feeling. And yeah, that's what I really feel, how like mother's like background, her experience, like when she was young, and lead to that point right now, leading the Providence. And yeah, I know that every every one of us feels that, like how the Providence is changing. And yeah, I think that's all I want to
Thank you.
share.
Thank you, Jake. Okay, thank you, Jake. Okay.
Um,
Uh,
Takeo-san, before we continue, I did want to, I realized what I was referring to in my message about the flag. It was actually the national Korean flag. And I remember seeing it in Belvedere. They used to post it next to the our
Oh.
church flag. They used to post the national Korean flag for quite a while. So just for those who are not familiar, I just want to briefly share. This is the flag I was referring to with the yin and yang and the different
Ah,
stripes. And I think in the memoir, when she was unfolding the flag, this was the flag that they were unfolding to really remember the liberation of their country. This was the flag that the memoir is referring to. So just wanted to share that.
thank you, Pastor Naokini. Okay, announcement. Okay, announcement. So this week we have a BCSF at the UTS, and this is the last event BCSF held at the UTS. And the coming Sunday, we have a sub-regional service, the farewell of the UTS. So, but starting Sunday service will be 11 a.m. So 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. At the UTS. However, we also open Christian Church. We will open our church, and we can connect to the live stream. So if you can either watch from the home or come together with the Christian church or other church, or let's go to the UTS. And other things, we can share more detail, but we will have a local, like Pastor Naokimi announced yesterday, we will have local Cheon Rivers workshop. So we can share more details soon, but September, we will have a local rivers workshop. Yeah. Okay, thank you. So now is the time we like to have a prayer time from the connecting from the Cheon prayer room to all of your place. I like to invite, I just announced sharing that Jake, he came back. Actually, he was supporting the CAP Hyojong Korea trip. And also he attended 2 times of the Cheon Rivers workshop. First with the Women's Federation and only CAP director. And second, they just came back from the CAP Momentum. So 80 or 90 people gathering to attend to the CAP Momentum Cheon workshop. So I like to invite Jake for the representative prayer.
Okay, please join me in my prayer. Our dearest loving Heavenly Parent and true parents, thank you so much for allowing us to open up this day, Heavenly Parent, reading the words of our true mother, Heavenly Parent, mother's memoir, Heavenly Parent, together with our brothers and sisters in this community, Heavenly Parent. And we hope, Heavenly Parent, as we really try our best, Heavenly Parent, to know more about true mother. We hope, Heavenly Parents, that it will lead us, Heavenly Parent, to really understand deeply the heart of our true mother, Heavenly Parent, especially now that we're living in the era of Channel Gook, Heavenly Parents, the settlement of Channel Gook, Heavenly Parent. And we know, Heavenly Parent, how much True Mother is putting a lot of effort, Heavenly Parent, for the establishment of Channel Gook, Heavenly Parent. And we know, Heavenly Parent, her heart, that she really want to prepare everything, Heavenly Parent, before going to the spirit world, Heavenly Parent. And yet, Heavenly Parent, we have a very limited understanding, Heavenly Parents, because we feel so far from True Mother, Heavenly Parent. So I hope that by reading this memoir, Heavenly Parent, I pray that we can be able to really connect ourselves, Heavenly Parents, to True Mother, Heavenly Parent. We know, Heavenly Parent, that Mother has the master keys, master key, Heavenly Parent, and she opened up, Heavenly Parent, this master key to us, Heavenly Parent. However, we believe also, Heavenly Parent, that these people in each person, Heavenly Parent, in this community has the keys, Heavenly Parents, of the doors inside the master key, master door, Heavenly Parent. And we really believe, Heavenly Parents, that each of us has precious key, Heavenly Parent, that we really need to open, Heavenly Parent, that we can just open it through ourselves, Heavenly Parent, to be accessible to everybody, Heavenly Parent. So I pray, Heavenly Parent, that as we try to really know more True Mother, Heavenly Parents, we can be able to really know more the value, Heavenly Parents, of our participation, of our existence, Heavenly Parents, as a true sons and daughters of true parents, Heavenly Parent, so that we can be able to really contribute and help True Mother, Heavenly Parent, establishing God's kingdom, Heavenly Parent, here on earth, Heavenly Parent, so that the next generation will no longer go through the indemnity process, Heavenly Parent. Yes. And we can only do that, Heavenly Parents, if we really work as one, Heavenly Parent, centering on our True Mother. So I pray each of our blessed families, Heavenly Parent, and all second generation and members, Heavenly Parent, that you could really give them an experience to really understand mothers more, Heavenly Parents, to feel reborn, Heavenly Parents, under True Mother, Heavenly Parents, so that we can really feel the value of our own existence, Heavenly Parents, and we can come to a conclusion that we have to believe in ourselves, Heavenly Parents, that we can do something, Heavenly Parents, for the providence, Heavenly Parents, because you give us the gift, Heavenly Parents, inside us, Heavenly Parents. And this gift, Heavenly Parents, shouldn't be kept in our own selves, Heavenly Parents, but to really contribute it for the betterment of this community, Heavenly Parents. So please guide us along the way, Heavenly Parent, centering on our Reverend Denman Dunkley, Heavenly Parent, and our Pastor now Kimi in this community, Heavenly Parents, that I hope we can really work as one, Heavenly Parents. And we do believe, Heavenly Parents, that if we do that, Heavenly Parent, the Channel Gook is at hand, Heavenly Parent. We want to born our and raise our future children, Heavenly Parent, in the community where God's love reigns, Heavenly Parent. Not indemnity, but really God's love, Heavenly Parent. What ideal world looks like, Heavenly Parents. And this should just be happen, Heavenly Parents, with participation, Heavenly Parents, of each one of us here, Heavenly Parents. So please guide us, Heavenly Parents, and I hope that through this Cheon providence, Heavenly Parents, we can be able to really receive, Heavenly Parents, the revelation, Heavenly Parents, that we can be able to clearly understand God's heart, Heavenly Parents, knowing that True Father also in the spirit world wants to reveal a lot of things, Heavenly Parents, but due to the limitation of body of True Father, Heavenly Parents, we couldn't be able to really understand more. So I hope, Heavenly Parents, that as we offer ourselves, Heavenly Parents, in this Cheon, Heavenly Parents, we can be able to receive all guidance to our true parents, Heavenly Parents, that we can be substantial body of our True Father in the spirit world to really support True Mother more in this era, Heavenly Parents. So please guide us, Heavenly Parents, along the way. Thank you so much once again for everything, for all the love and support that you've given us, Heavenly Parents, that in spite of our limitation, Heavenly Parents, you are always there for us to really embrace us with love, Heavenly Parents, and we're trying to encourage us, Heavenly Parents, to really be part of your providence, Heavenly Parents, as your true sons and daughters, and we really appreciate that, Heavenly Parents. Thank you so much for everything, Heavenly Parents, for all the love, blessings, and guidance you've given us day by day. And all of these things I would like to offer on behalf of the people gathered here today. In my name, Jake and Jill Central Bless Couple, Aju.
Aju. Brothers and sisters, let's have unison prayers.
하시는 하늘의 부모님,
어머니,
우리 참부모님,
Heavenly parents, the
안타가 눈에
어머니,
생명 가운데
아버지,
너야,
교대시
너가
것の保護様を十分に与えるために
관심을 주시니 그들이 여호와께서 이를 찬스 얻을지라도 경청하시고 주시니 심지어
長い月の中で神様が常に
毎回目指して
Lord Jesus Christ, to be able to restore this children as
教で島たちが
work
神様のその創造本然が私たちの心の中にある
Father,
もう今日一日どうかお母様を中心に歩む
別にしてこられ
as
イメンさんだけ
なおお母様もご自身も
pray that we remind ourselves
主を
stand
神さん
the ownership
じゃあ
cannot wait for someone else. They're not
As they were and as they are.
slaves of
So it's
we need to Father, we are that stand with that
To come out to the open.
Father would say, when this Mother would say, when this
As our mothers nation of the only begotten and misogyny
only begotten daughter, you did not
verse to make us
merge together with the
all our arrogance we thought we knew better doubting her
ありますが、すべてにして
「
Takino-san, please unmute.
Thank you, brothers and sisters. Happy to see you today, and happy Tuesday. Thank you.
All right. Have a great day, everyone. We'll
Have a
see you
great
again
day.
tomorrow. Thank you, Takino-san, for your MC.
Have a great day, everyone.
Good job.
Thank
Good
you.
job.
Have a good day.
Happy Takino, no MC Takino.
Tuesday.
Hey,
Morning,
Barbara.
brothers, Glenny.
Hey, Barbara. Hey, Chikango. Chiluba.
Hi, Sunny.
Chiluba.
Thank
Thank you so much, everybody, for coming. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you, Miss